Hello, everyone. A stone's throw from the Capital Beltway. This is Potomac Curling Club coming here with the B and C event semifinals from the Cherry Blossom Bonspiel. I'm Bo Dewar. She's Janine Green.
Yep.
He's the wizard of the webcast, Ken Clark.
Yes.
This is the penultimate draw. And quick word about the format here. There are some Bonspiels where the brackets are really difficult to follow and you don't know what the B event winner really won because it has like people who lost their second game versus people who lost their fifth game and so forth. We had pool play, which was difficult, a little bit difficult to follow because of reseeding, but if you were first in your pool, you were in the A event. If you lost the A event semifinals, which were last night, then you were in the D event, so D event basically for third place. If you were second in your pools, you are in the B event. So basically, you are playing for 5th through 8th place. C event, third place in your pool, you're playing for 9th through 12th. So today we have on sheet A, one of the B event semifinals, we have Old Bay Margaritas from Potomac / Charlotte, skipped by Randy Waters. The vice is George Shirk. The second is Michael Fry. The lead is one of our Bonspiel organizers, Topper Waters. They are playing one of our new friends from Buffalo Curling Club. It's been nice to have them here. David Sakura is the skip. Maria Sakura is the vice. Nick Sakura is the second. And Jackie Levinson is your lead. On sheet B, our feature game, we have Knott Johnson, which is Butts County / Potomac. Steve Johnson's the skip. Martha O'Connor, who you may see wearing the Knott Johnson shirt, is the vice. Cody Johnson's the second. Stefanie Johnson is the lead. They are playing stir-fry Kempchi, and I'm going to try not to be biased here, even though these are all Saturday morning people who've come up through our Saturday morning program. In two cases, people that I helped teach to play 6 months ago, and they're now insanely better than I am. Their skip is Allison Kemp. Vice is Stacy Slette. Second is Josh D. I'm going to get the pronunciation right now. Hi, Josh's mom. And lead is Jackie Sharp. Sheet C is first of our C event semifinals. That is Parental Army from Portage Curling Club, which is just north of Madison. They are skipped by Doug Burchesky. Vice is Rachel Howell. Steve Dubberstein is the second, and Bob Howell is the lead. They have an alternate list of Jane Burchesky, but I don't think she's been playing. They are playing from Triangle, home of the Final Four bound Duke Blue Devils. That's where I went to school.
Okay.
Home and unfortunately also home of the North Carolina Tar Heels, who are going to beat St. Peter's today and then beat Duke in the Final Four. And I'm going to have to shut off Facebook for a while. Anyway, their skip is Chris DiPierro, the vice. We have not gotten her name right all year. We should be, all Bonspiel, we should be asking her at some point. Mayre Brouse. Karen DiPierro is the second. Bill Yantis is the lead. And on sheet D, team from Richmond that has come up the road. Curling Club of Virginia, one of the Arena Ice teams that's here and done pretty well for themselves. They're skipped by Dave Zimmerman, which is the only reason he's not in the comments today. Matt Athade is the vice. Jay Thito is playing second, and if I remember this right, they had a last-minute lineup change beforehand. I think Jay Thito moved to second. Bobby Todd is their lead. I know they've actually flipped lead and second a couple of times, but their front end is Jay Thito and Bobby Todd. They are playing Sticks and Stones, our Wednesday morning crew. Rob Myers is the skip, and unfortunately we don't have that mites over there to capture his grumbling. He's the one in the hat and the shorts. Howard Griffin, I'm still not used to seeing Howard with a mustache. He's the vice. Denny McLean is second. Cheryl Kaminska is the lead. There we go. B event again. So again, B event semifinals on A and B. C event on C and D. So in addition to our feature game on B, I will try to keep an eye on A. And
I will try to keep an eye on C.
Okay. And we'll try to peek over at D because we know we have our Richmond friends tuning in. Also, I assume Rob and Howard and Denny and Cheryl also have friends. So I don't know if they're up this early on computers, but we'll see.
Yeah. Then again, we always to know Rob Myers is to love him.
That's right.
You just got to get to know him.
And the winners here will be in action again on our noon draw when the feature game will be the A event final between Team Dunham, which has half of a team that finished 4th at the Olympic trials.
Oh, wow.
And their games have been really amazing. In fact, last night, if you were able to watch the A event semifinals, they played Pedalpalooza, which was just a stacked team, all from Potomac.
Women?
All women, that's right. Laura Yee, Courtney Shaw, Lauren Luthi, and Emily Aubin. Although, no, Rachel played. Yeah, Rachel and Emily have been alternating as their leads. And they and Dunham played just a fantastic game, as you'd expect. So
Dunham won. That's why
yeah, but it was a close one, and they will be facing an interesting team, the Broomshire Awakens, which was all Columbus until a couple of people couldn't travel, and so Potomac's Ben Keene is the skip. They have looked fantastic even after they've been broom shooting before their games, which we would not necessarily recommend. Before they face the Dunhams, I would really not recommend that they do it. But we should get another really good game there, too. It was Pedalpalooza and the team that, Pedalpalooza will be playing Team Segovia from Houston, which has had some fascinating games. They came out, and if you saw the first 4 ends of their first game, you would have thought they'd struggle to win it all. Then they found everything, and Julie Segovia, their skip, hit some amazing shots. The rest of that game came back and tied, because you could have ties in round-robin play. Went on to win a couple games, and their games have been mind-bogglingly complicated. I don't think any of their games have gone the full 8 ends because we had a time limit in pool play. But it's a fascinating team to watch. So on our feature sheet, we have a lot of rots in play from stir-fried Kempchi. We are to vice rots. In fact, this is the last of Martha O'Connor's rots. Stir-fried Kempchi has hammer. And again, a lot of rots in play, and certainly one that's counting.
Over on sheet C, right now it's 2 red, with yellow having 2, perhaps a third one biting at the edge of the 12.
And our viewers are all being shy, and no one is introducing themselves this morning. That's not like our viewership. Go on, folks, say something in the chat. Let us know where you're from.
Oh, and just in case, hi, Courtney's mom. Hi, Dad, Ira, from yesterday.
Courtney's mom be watching this draw?
I'm not sure, but I want to make sure we said howdy.
Okay. Josh's mom probably is.
Oh, hi, Josh's mom. It's nice to what do you want to say, meet, greet?
Yeah.
Nice to shout out to you, Josh's mom.
And here, Josh and Jackie are going to rejoin us for an upcoming Saturday. They were Saturday regulars until they started playing in 15 other leagues and playing in 400 Bondsfields and so forth. They've had the busiest first years, I think, of any first-year players I've ever seen.
That was a beautiful shot. They plugged the hole, and they got one more. No, yeah, hold it. No, so it's still only counting 1. Okay.
Yeah, they probably would have liked to.
Quite far enough.
Yeah, they probably would have liked to have gotten 1 more counter out of that. Stacy Slette's shot there.
I guess they have hammer. Yellow has hammer, right? So
correct. So Steve Johnson is talking things over.
Just kind of clear out some yellows. Or are they trying to bump their yellow in somehow, maybe? Or
well, they wouldn't be. I'm sure they don't want to bump a yellow in.
Oh no, I'm sorry, bump the red in.
Can that?
I'm colorblind. Give me a break.
That red one? I mean, I think that it would be one of those things that could take 2 shots, where your first one you unlock it, your second one, and that looks like it might be the call, is to just try to hit their red that's out there, because I don't think this is going to be drawing in, and there will be no point drawing in anywhere beyond that. But I think this is. It's going to make contact, but then what happens?
Look at that.
That's what happened.
Okay, that looked like a pro shot.
Wow. That was if we had, if I could reach the cowbell, I'd blank it because
Well,
that was.
we'll do the next
something
best
else.
thing. We'll do replay.
All right.
Here we go.
I did not think that shot was there.
I did not either. But wow, maybe it's
Boy.
plan C.
Yeah.
I
No,
think
it
they
was,
might
it
have
was
called
what
that.
they- Yeah. I don't see what else they would have been calling.
Rocks in the back of the house, Dad.
Sorry.
Getting some additional commentary from the sheet.
That's right.
And that's Jackie, correct?
That's Jackie.
I thought so. She's quite a pistol.
Yes, she is. She and Josh have just been wonderful, and they come out here and they trash talk each other and play. We've had them. I remember having them skip against each other for the first time. It was.
So we do have a couple chat comments.
Oh.
Game on, watching from Christenberg, Virginia. Hello, everyone.
Hello,
From
hello.
Steve.
Hello, Virginia. This is Allison Kemp.
Mm-hmm.
Hence,
Namesake of Kempchi.
yep. At first I saw it, I'm like, don't they know how to spell kimchi? And then I'm like, oh wait, it's got to be a Kemp.
Oh yeah,
Because curling names are supposed to be puns.
that's right.
Puns. Very
And
punny.
this, I'm not sure if they were trying to go through the port or not.
I think they were probably trying to hit the red, ideally, but
Yeah,
it was
Traveled
close.
a little too far.
and a little bit offline.
But they still have more yellows to try that on again. Unless they get guarded, but they can't, well, I guess they really want to guard that, the direct run back yellow at this point, I would think. No, is that what they're calling? Maybe.
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But it's always fun here at the Potomac Curling Club in beautiful Laurel, Maryland. Not downtown Laurel, on the outskirts, next to the Ice House Garden. I'm sure any hockey parents within a 300-mile radius knows where the Ice House is, the Ice Garden. So,
Steve Johnson with his last red rock of the first end.
okay.
We're about to have the hammer in motion on A, by the way,
Okay.
which is a very complicated house.
C is dotted with stones. 7 in play, but
Oh,
only
that's the
3.
perfect guard, yeah. That's what they needed.
On A, I think the call was to try to get into the 4-foot. There's a red that's trapped between some yellows in there. Yellow.
No worries. Okay.
And I've forgotten the team names that are over there. Right, so Sheets and Giggles from Buffalo tried to squeeze one in there. There was a red from Old Bay Margaritas, Potomac/Charlotte Club that was,
No,
it was just kind of sandwiched in there.
while they're thinking, we'll show the all houses. You can see what. So this will be the last yellow rock over on sheet D. Rob Myers throwing just a draw, I believe.
If you make Rob draw, you've done something because they are all stick
It
curlers. and
looks
stick
like
curlers,
that's too light, right? That's just going to be a guard,
yeah, stick curlers can throw a ton of weight.
but not this time.
But I can tell you over on sheet C, it's the last rock of the yellow team, Hurricanes. But there is a red, the Parental Army does have hammered. So we're keeping an eye on that as well.
So Steve is asking if everybody was piped out onto the ice. So this is just the semifinals for the B and C. So the winners of these will be in the finals at noon or 12:15. And so yeah, the Pipers will be here.
Oh.
I presume there'll be Pipers here. I assume they were. It wouldn't be real Bonspiel if they weren't. So,
I love them.
so
they
yeah, I
just
think
sound
if you tune back in on the next broadcast, hopefully we'll have some Pipers.
Absolutely, and I'm telling you, the sound just reverberates in the ice shed. It's beautiful.
Okay, so
Allison's
here on
last
sheet
shot.
C,
Last shot.
The last shot on B is on the way. Allison Kemp. Trying again. This isn't going to work.
Hold on. Oh,
Whatever.
no.
This isn't going to work.
Uh-oh.
Whatever it was not trying. Was not going to work.
Unfortunate, no.
Yeah.
so red is sitting
One.
Stolen.
just one.
Stolen.
One.
One. Steal of one.
Okay. All
On
right.
sheet B. Oh, I didn't put up the score on sheet A. What was that one?
I believe that was 1 red.
1 red.
Yeah.
And I'm
the-
going to look over
Oh.
on C. We're getting close.
Oh, they're on D. The red.
Jams.
It was a jam deck. I didn't see what happened. So
Sticks and yeah, they started clearing them off.
didn't see who scored there, but we'll wait till they post it.
Let's hope they do.
And on sheet C,
Right at
the
hammer.
hammer coming in. They're not throwing it yet, but they're in the hack. So
Hammer there belongs to
we'll keep-
Parental Army from Portage.
we'll hold on to this
So-
view for.
So Doug Burchesky staring down. Well, a couple in play. Can he squeeze a third one in there? I mean, there's a slight risk involved that if he throws a little too hard, he could end up nudging one of his own reds out and not sticking the shooter in there.
Here it comes.
On the other hand,
Kinda
he
light.
could, if he hits the yellow,
Alright,
if
is
he
it
just
gonna make
nudges,
it?
this is looking good.
He's looking
This is looking
Yeah,
good. All
but
he has to do is nudge that yellow.
Yep.
Perfect.
Wow.
Three red.
Yeah, wow, that was
Three
great.
red.
The sweepers were on that the whole way down, and good thing they were, because
Yep.
that was just enough weight to make it.
Good team shot there.
Yeah.
3 for Parental Army.
Pretend we're ringing the cowbell.
And they did hung 1 yellow on sheet D. So
Oh, 1
we
yellow.
got-
Oh, we were saying that Jams had taken 1 there.
Huh.
well,
No.
that's what the scoreboard says. That's all I can tell you.
And we want to give a shout out to all the volunteers that have helped make this Bonspiel, well, the glorious success that it has been for 18 years, especially this year. The folks in the kitchen, the folks behind the beverage counter, and Ken, of course, Mr. Wizard,
So
and Bo.
looks like Not Johnson wants to hit that yellow, I believe.
Yeah, 1 right thrown from each team so far. There's a corner guard went up from Not Johnson, which is unusual strategy for the team without hammer. So I'm not sure that was what was called. But you never know. Michael Dobbs had me throwing all my lead rods to the sides of the house if we won, and so I still don't know why he had me doing that. But as they say in Bull Durham, don't think, throw.
And they got
Absolutely.
just what they wanted.
Yep. Take that one out.
Let's see if Jackie wants to take that one back out.
I think you mean Allison.
No, Jackie.
Jackie.
Jackie's
Oh,
delivering.
Okay, I thought you're asking who wants to take it out, but
I'm thinking Jackie might want to take it out. That might not be the call that
that's
Allison
true, yeah.
gives her.
I think Allison was giving her a draw, I believe.
Yeah.
She was pointing.
Yeah, Allison wants to draw to the other side of the house. Now, I'm hoping that I'm not a curse for stir-fried Kempchi, because the first game I saw them play, well, granted, they were playing Pedalpalooza, so that's going to be a pretty difficult matchup, but this Johnson team also pretty good.
Yeah.
Jackie's shot is getting in here pretty close to where they wanted. I think if they'd swept a bit more, they would have gotten into the...
Well, I think that the guard is good at this point anyway.
I think
so.
the guard is good. It's not what Allison called, but I think it's good.
Yeah, because it can be easily tapped in.
And it cannot be removed right now because it is still sitting in the free guard zone.
Uh-huh. And here's Cody Johnson of Not Johnson. Okay, over on C, there are 1 yellow guard and 1 red guard, and now here comes another red stone. It looks like it's going to go between the 2 guards. Just like the red stone over on B. Oh. All right, and over on C, it is another guard, but this one is on the center line. It's like, I don't think it could be more perfect.
On B, I would have to imagine that Cody Johnson wanted to bury that one a bit. It is wide open. Josh has a potential double here. It's not the best of angles, but it's one of those things where you can easily come down and hit 1, definitely, and if you get 2, that's kind of gravy. Although I'm starting to think that the call from Allison was just to hit 1.
Okay.
And maybe flop behind that red.
Ooh.
I don't think it curled as
Oh.
much as they want. Well, no, Jackie's trying to sweep it over to get it. Maybe they were trying to hit and roll behind the red corner guard.
Oh.
In any case, there were a lot of good outcomes there, and that one's just fine, except for the fact that that rock is going to go away now. But
Most likely.
yeah. But you just have a hitting battle for now, and then just try to keep things relatively clear for the end of the end.
All right, there we go.
Speaking of which, I think Sheets and Giggles might have just had a double takeout, because when I looked over a second ago, Old Bay Margaritas had 2 in the forefoot. I look over now, they have none. That is a well-executed hit and roll there for Cody Johnson.
Very nicely done.
The double's still there.
Yeah. And that looks like the call from Allison. Or is it? Or maybe. Or let's think
Well,
about it again.
I guess Josh is left-handed, so she might have been thinking about which hand works better for him.
That's correct. I can't remember if I actually literally taught Josh the first time he was out here or not. Jackie's running along this, which we don't tell our Saudi people to do, but she's experienced. She's on hockey skates a lot, and that's going to flash. Yeah, just
That's a shame.
it was just wide out of his hand.
Okay.
So
And shout out to the nice green daisy sweater. I mean, of course, you can identify her all game long. Can't miss it. Stefanie Johnson, correct?
Stacy Slette.
Oh, gee. Sorry about that. Oh,
Here's
wrong team.
the actual not Johnson of Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Team not Johnson. The not Johnson of not Johnson. Did I say that right?
Say that 3 times.
Yeah. And she's looking to guard. If it gets into the paint, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, they're
Just plugging up that center line. Boy, talk about want to plug up the center line. We don't have hammer. They are certainly doing that. They've got 2 in the house, and now 1 fairly well buried. That's a fairly decent guard. So, if this were me on a Saturday, I would throw prayer weight at this one. I actually have been getting good at those.
Triple out all the reds.
The just throw it out there. Just get rid of something. Allison is looking instead at a very complicated run back.
okay. I'm not sure if. Oh yeah, you do have it up over on sheet C. It was Parental Army scoring 3 in their first end.
Yeah, that was on that really nice draw from Doug Burchesky.
And you are correct. That was Stacy, not Stefanie, with the gorgeous sweater. My apologies.
Yeah, this is coming in. If she wanted to run back, she's going to miss it. But if she wanted to come in and hit those reds, that's successful and got 1 to go and opened up the other one. So I would say a fairly successful shot there from Stacy.
Oops.
Have to open something up.
Very nicely done.
And Steve Johnson is calling on Martha, not Johnson, O'Connor to draw behind all that and get to the forefoot, which is a difficult shot, I think, but given the guards and also the weight has to be perfect, but if well executed, would put them in a really nice spot.
I was going to say, you must have confidence in that she can do this shot.
Well, Martha's played very well all week.
Oh, yeah. So that's fantastic.
Yeah. Dragging these Johnson boys. Okay, so that came up as a guard. I thought that he had called for that to come into the forefoot.
Yeah, I think he did, but guarding that path is pretty good for them too.
If that's plan B, then that's fine. But it does leave, I think the fairly obvious shot here for Stacy is to just go bang on the nose on the yellow that is just outside the house. The yellow that Jackie put up a little earlier that we agreed could be a useful stone. Indeed it could if this can curl.
A little, come on. They're working it.
And it is starting to curl. Can she get it to nose? I can't see because someone's rear end is in my way.
It may have Yeah, it overcurled.
It overcurled, yeah.
That is
Josh and
unfortunate.
Jackie really did their best to hold it, but the weight just wasn't quite there.
But it's not guarded now, so
True.
they get Johnson has the choice of hitting the yellow or guarding the red, or hitting the yellow and rolling to guard the red, which is probably what they want to do.
Probably.
Ideally, but it doesn't look like they're trying to do that.
Yeah, that's what they're pointing at, I think. That's
I thought they were pointing just at the yellow.
okay, well,
Although, well, again, if you get the flop over, and you want to hit to that side of nose anyway because that takes the red guard out of play. Well, not out of play, it takes it out of consideration. So you can't, you would not be able to nose this, is the gist of what I'm getting at, because of where the red guard is.
And looking over on sheet C, real quickly, it looks like 2 yellow with a couple of guards out front.
On sheet A, the big takeout from Sheets and Giggles is still holding up nicely. They have one that is in the front of the forefoot. That is a scoring rock, and it's pretty well buried. Still a few rocks to come there. On B, Steve Johnson's rock is coming straight toward me. Ah! But it's going to get that yellow, and they're not going to hold the shooter from the looks of things. They are not. So a 50% shot, basically, you would say.
so
In fact, maybe not even that, because, well, no, you'd say 50 because he did get that rock out, but
He also got
that,
the shooter.
there is a wide open hit here.
and ideally roll to
Ideally
cover.
roll. If she can
Yes.
get hit to the inside and roll to cover, that will be very, very
And
good.
that'd be sitting 2, so see if Allison
They would be
can
sitting
manage
2 with
that.
1 buried, with only 1 shot left for Steve. So the chance at getting 2 here is there.
An eye on C. Hurricanes are, I don't know, it's going a little fast. It's going a little fast. Is it going to slow down? It did. Wow. Nice job on the Hurricanes over on sheet C. Back to B.
Yeah, Hurricanes are pretty nicely buried there. But they can still,
All right,
the
here we
Parental
go.
Army can still
Here we
draw.
go. Coming from Allison.
A lot of yellow
Trying to
out
hold
there.
the line, trying to hold the
Oh.
line. They're going to hit it to the inside. Will they get a little bit of a roll? A little bit more than they wanted because it did curl a bit, but still, that is,
Nicely
it's
done.
nice. It does leave the forefoot open, which could be problematic.
But hey, right now, sitting 2 yellow,
Yeah.
so that's a very nice shot.
Over on sheet A, with one of his skipped stones, David Shakura from Buffalo, right on the guard, but really put up just another guard. They are in good shape to score 1 here. Randy Waters is looking for a path to get rid of the yellow that's on there. This is his last shot.
Well, how many stones do they have in play over on sheet A?
A lot.
We'll be showing sheet A as soon as this draw attempt is done.
Oh! Sorry about that, folks.
Yep.
Yeah, just checking onto something.
Got to be careful with that when you're not muted.
All right, here we go.
Well, it's kind of heavy. Way
It
heavy.
does. So, is it going to sail? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the ice seems rather speedy out there today. At least,
Yeah. I actually thought they would slow down a little bit.
yeah. Well, they did scrape, so I think this is often after a fresh scrape. To try to have the ice perfect for the finals. So Allison also wants to draw there. So we're going to go to the all houses view. So let's see what all the sheets are doing here.
See, again, Mr. Wizard, Ken Clark, and I'm very sad to say he went to a rival high school than I did, but
You know, I was going to wear my Litted sweatshirt today, but I forgot to. So next time.
Janine, were you asking how many rods are in play on D?
A.
Oh, on A. Okay, because on D it's 10.
Oh my God.
On A it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Someone's standing in the way there. Close to 10.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
so-
on C, it is close to 10.
Yeah.
So it's like all these sheets have a couple of rocks left to play, I think.
All right, Allison drawing here,
Okay.
trying to pick up 3. I hope you all were watching the last shot on B, because I was not. You all watched the last shot on B?
Oh, is that the, oh.
Somebody watched the last shot on B?
Oh, that, yeah,
Steve
that's
Johnson's
the
shot
The
that-
B there is a draw for 3.
Right. What was the shot before that? Not Johnson's red shot.
Oh, that went through. Right? Wasn't that the one that
Yeah,
went
it
through?
went
sailed
through.
through.
Okay.
So if that's 3 for stir fry Kempchi.
Right. On A, Randy Waters was not able to get to that route. So yellow, Sheets and Giggles, lying 1, they have effectively guarded that through the end. Now the question is whether they have managed to, unfortunately, guard all their draw paths.
Okay. Jackie's. Looks like the sweepers are just escorting it on down. I feel it has the proper weight. Let's see. It's past the far hog line. It is approaching. I think it may bite the 12.
So on sheet A, the
Oh.
yellow
I
hammer is
think-
about to come in.
I think this is being thrown away.
Oh, is it?
Oh, well, I mean, if he could hit the back red and flop in,
Oh.
no, that was
didn't stay.
going to be a really difficult shot
So
under any circumstances.
one yellow
One-
on
yeah.
sheet A.
For
Yeah.
Sheets and Giggles.
All right, so
So we got
We still-
sheet C. This is the hammer coming in on sheet C. No, it's not the hammer. No, this is the last red stone on sheet C. And it's just going to be a guard.
Yes, it is.
Which, not what they're hoping for, because yellow is sitting 2.
Either that or it was for damage control.
all right, so Kevin Haynes, I hope you're watching because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guards, and they are in. What sort of formation would you call that? Kind of like a W, kind of like a offset.
Well, over on sheet D, it looks kind of like the letter B, maybe.
Oh, yes.
It does.
It does.
Wow. Which is strange because in the C event, I guess someone forgot to tell them that. So.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, here we go. Yellow on its way.
Not only is it the C event, it's on sheet D. They should at least go for C or D. Why B? But
Yeah.
you know, it's still an early end. We'll see if they can come
Seriously.
up with a
See if
more
they can
appropriate
fix their
letter.
spelling in future.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
1 or 2 rocks left. Maybe they can.
Right. So Rob probably going to throw heavy weight at this, so maybe Rob will make it turn it into a C.
And Rob's last yellow rock
Is
on
indeed
sheet
throwing
D.
it away because more conventionally the issue is that Rob is being outcounted.
Okay, on sheet C, we have. What are they?
Oh,
trying
is
to
this
hit
going
that
to hit
red?
flop in, or is this
Hit the
going to
red.
hit
Hit the red. So what does that give them?
3, 4.
Sitting
4.
3. Was that the hammer? Or
That's
is there-
4.
Yeah, it may be 5 depending upon that biter reach.
Well,
No,
Yeah,
it would
let's go
be
with 4.
no, it'd be 3 without the biter, right?
oh, there are 2 biters.
No,
No,
there's
there's
bottom-
the other bottom right biter.
Oh, that okay. But I mean, the red. We got the red out counting
Oh, that's true.
that one. So.
Oh, so it may actually be 3. You are correct.
Can't really tell around the perimeter of those all those biters.
I guess that's going to be.
Yeah, they're going to measure the biters.
Yeah, so 3, and so yeah, the question is whether well, they're kicking one of the biters away. Okay, it looks like they're going to measure the other 2 biters. All right.
Yeah. Just double check.
Okay, over on sheet D, the hammer is in the getting in the hack here. So we'll keep on this view for A few more seconds.
Oops. He's not putting it on the oh.
Yeah, Josh just flashed the takeout attempts on B.
Okay. Well.
So sheet D hammer coming into view about
and
now.
Barely hanging on past that sideline.
Yeah, it's got to curl
It's
a
gotta
lot
curl
to
a lot
count.
more than that, yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to count.
No.
So
Good effort,
that's
difficult
one
shot.
red.
Yeah, good effort, difficult shot.
Good jams.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll be back to you later on what happens on sheet C. Meanwhile,
Sheet C, they're having.
let's see what's going over on our.
Probably because they forgot one part before going right to measure.
Yes, you're supposed to put the measuring apparatus on the ice to let it cool down a second before you do that. And then you're supposed to. So I'm not sure. Like, I'm an expert on measuring. I rarely ever have to do that. There also might be a little bit of a problem with that stick that might be worth taking a look at.
I think they just had to adjust it because it was just in the wrong place to measure the rocks at that distance.
Okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Because they're measuring all the way out to the 12 foot. So. Okay. On B, Josh is taking another shot at removing some red. There was one red that was touching the 4 foot that Josh missed on his last one. Taking aim at this one again, it was only partially guarded. And this was looking good for Josh. Can even
Yes, it is.
probably would have preferred an inside roll, but does the job.
Yes, it
And so on C, I assume we have a verdict. I assume we have a verdict. Was anyone watching?
No, the camera was
Okay,
switched out.
we'll need to. We'll work on our assignments of scooting us out to watch different sheets a little bit. I will endeavor to keep us up on A, and I will not be distracted by.
C or D?
I will not be definitely not by D.
Oh, okay.
Even though it has my buddies from Wednesday mornings when I used to come out and play then. Just the Howard Griffin, particularly one of the grandest people in this club. Great instructor. We love to have him come out on Saturdays and teach new people. Everyone has a fun time.
You were talking about Howard, correct?
I'm talking about Howard.
Oh, what
Even
a
though-
gentleman.
Even though that mustache has to go.
Oh, I like it.
You do?
Yeah.
See, we were not used. He sprang that on us because, of course, we're all masked here, and so the first time we came in this season, we all say hello. We're all masked, and we go to broom stacking. He takes off his mask to take a sip of something, and we go, what?
Where'd that come from?
Yeah.
But regardless, Howard is always the gentleman.
Yep.
Period.
Stacy Slette now taking aim at one of the reds that is there on sheet B.
Okay.
And taking aim at the one that is counting and maybe flop over to the
good.
inside.
It looks
And
really good.
It's going to flop a little bit too much, just a hair too much. Well, it's still partially guarded, so.
But it's still visible.
Visible, but in fact, they're looking at running it back anyway, so rather than the straight hit. So I think even if it had been more directly buried, I think this would not change the shot call for not Johnson.
Looking down sheet C, it looks like it's one yellow. I do have bodies in the way, so that's what I believe at this time.
On sheet C, the run back attempt is looking okay, or is it going to over curl just a little bit? No, it's going to get. Nope, it's going to do the job.
And they're biting, and they
they have
biting. So
they have a biter, and they have one in the 12.
better than a biter, it's a biter that's blocking that yellow guard from doing any run back.
That's true. So you could just try to draw around everything now. Or just keep simplifying, and it looks like the call is going to be to hit the inside of that red and flop the other way. So, or no, it doesn't. It looks like the idea is going to be to draw behind it all, and Allison loves to fake me out with her broom.
Okay, over on C, it's 4 yellow.
4 yellow, okay, so that biter did count. The
Did
yellow
count.
biter counted. So Sheet C, Hurricanes take a 4-3 lead.
Nicely done.
I'm not sure what happened with Stacy Slette's shot, if it picked or did what, because it went out to the left and now is drifting back to the right. And it's going to sit just over the hog line. In fact, pretty much the opposite of where you would want it to be, because now it's guarding the red that's in the house.
And it looked like they were just willing it to get past that far hog line.
I don't know. I think they were willing it to not get past that hog line because they don't want that in there.
Oops, well.
If your shot's going to be that far off, and I can't tell what happened because it did drift much farther left than she wanted initially, and then actually came back toward the right. So that's that signifies either a pick or a handle problem. So an unfortunate turn of events there for stir-fry Kempchi, and Martha O'Connor with her last shot. Looked like she was trying to draw in, and look, yeah, because this is a guard, but what is it guarding?
Couldn't tell you.
No.
It's taking up space. Yay!
It is. It is taking that. It is. I think Allison is maybe now looking at drawing behind all the guards that are there and out-counting the red that is there. So
actually, I'm hoping that going in on the right side is a good lane, because that side of the sheet is open.
very quick update on A. We are to the last of the Vice-Rots for Old Bay Margaritas, the Potomac/Charlotte Club. They have 2 in the rings. I think they have second and third shot. There is a Yellowstone for Sheets and Giggles in the 4-foot. In the back of the 4-foot with backing, both red and yellow. And they have thrown a ton of weight at this and moved a few things around.
Okay, here comes Allison's first rock of 2. He's doing a little bit of curling.
I think Old Bay Margaritas might have shuffled their lineup around, as they have on us a couple of times, including one where I think they shuffled it mid-game. This is looking pretty good for Allison. Oh, except it stopped just a little sooner than I would have expected.
Yeah, so I think it slowed down a lot more than they expected. When it started turning, it slowed down faster than they thought. So they,
that looked for a second like one that was going to get buried on the 4-foot.
Yeah, I mean, they had to hold off on sweeping because they needed to curl. So it's one of those things, you get what you can.
That's right. So that is an open hit that would have Steve Johnson line 3, but Allison will have one more crack at putting a better buried draw in there.
And just to reiterate, the score is 1-1 over on sheet D as in Delta. Okay, here we go. Mr. Steve. Calling for the sweepers to jump in. I thought it would. Yeah, before you changed the camera angle, it looked like it was going to hit a guard, and it did.
Should have kept that guard that angle for a second.
No, that's okay, because the end result, it looks like it's one red, at least from our angle. So it wasn't exactly what they had planned, but, you know, plan C. Plan C worked.
Did they promote their own red?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, red is definitely a shot now.
Did they not go after the yellow at all?
They did, but they bounced off one of their own guards.
We put that overhead for you there.
So. There you go.
Okay. So that leaves a good chance for the force for stir-fry Kempchi. I was watching, the reason I didn't see that was because I was watching over on A and trying to figure out what exactly Sheets and Giggles David Sakura was going for. The result is a long guard on a house that has a lot of long guards already.
We'll go ahead and show that to you.
Over on C, it was almost a double takeout.
So now you see what I'm talking about in A. The last rock that was thrown was that top yellow. So I'm not sure that couldn't have been the call. Unless they were really worried about a long run back. A very long run back. 2 very long run backs.
So this is the last red rock in the hack now. So what should they be trying to do? They're just a draw?
Yeah, well,
draw with backing on that yellow.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on A.
What did happen on C, the previous stone that was thrown, there was red was sitting 4. Now, granted, they're only sitting 2 now, as I said, because the one red did get knocked out, but the second paused and stopped on its way out. So it was almost a double takeout.
They're on sheet A. You'll see.
I've got A. Don't worry about that.
Left, red. Oh,
yeah,
and it crashed.
running and there's a run back possibility, but didn't quite get there.
So yellow's still sitting 1.
Yeah, red
with hammer.
Yeah, still has hammer. What's going on in D and C?
So sheet C, watch sheet C now. This is Allison's last yellow rock coming in pretty fast. On sheet B, I mean, did I say C? Sheet B, and it's just wide. So it'll be, the red is sitting 1. They just want to get that yellow out of there, is the call on sheet B.
Sheet C, Hurricanes have taken out the lead stone, and now they are sitting 1. And of course, now it's the target for Parental Army.
So, okay, hammer in the hack on sheet B, so that's one you should be watching now. So they're trying to hit the yellow out to score, to hit and stick to score 3. And it'll be coming into view about now. There we go, it's gonna hit, will it stick? Yes, it will. That's 3 red on sheet B for Not Johnson.
Nicely done. Very nicely done. Okay, over on sheet C, of course, that last yellow stone that just appeared is now gone. It was a fairly easy takeout. So we're looking at 1 red because it is sitting completely in the back 12 of the circle. Back circle of the 12. You know what I mean.
On sheet A, David Sakura's last rock has hogged. I think he was trying to guard the other draw path for Old Bay Margaritas to come in after that yellow that is currently shot. He came up obviously way, way short. And of course, naturally, I again missed the penultimate shot on sheet B. So what did Allison do with her last shot?
On sheet B?
On sheet B.
It didn't do anything useful anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, just 1 red.
And so it just took out 1 red?
Yeah, they left 1 red.
So she wasn't in. But they wound up giving up 3.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. Ugh, it's early on a Sunday morning.
Yeah. Hammer's coming up on A, and really I need someone to like nudge me when they actually throw a rock on A because I keep missing everything, waiting for them to throw.
They're throwing,
Here it
they're
goes.
throwing.
Finally throwing the hammer on sheet A.
Yeah, and if this can sneak through, I think it's going to be difficult to dislodge that yellow. So this is really a shot for 1, even though they have a lot of rots in the house. And it is past the guard and light.
Yeah, that's
Very light.
too
very
light.
light.
So
Boy,
1 yellow on, right? I got that right?
Yep,
1 yellow
one
on
yellow for
Sheets and Giggles. We do
Yeah,
have
boy,
a
both skips coming up very light on several shots.
We do have a Sheets and Giggles fan on chat, said Jeffrey
Yay.
Fingerlow. So
Hi, Jeffrey.
We don't. Sorry, Jeffrey. We're not going to be covering too much of A, but there you go. You got him to see you get a point. See him get a point there.
I will be keeping an eye on sheet A for you, Jeffrey. Yeah, we divide up to where I've got A and trying to keep an eye on B, and Janine can't have eye on C and D to our right.
Fine.
But we will all be watching B, which is our feature game, and has had a trade of 3 enders. A couple of ill-timed misses, a couple of well-placed shots. Speaking of well-placed shots, it looks like Stefanie Johnson might be able to get this one right on the center line.
A little bit skewed.
Center line biter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's biting the center.
Biting the center line.
Biting the center line, not biting the house. Yeah.
Looking over on C, that is, yes, it did. It didn't curl as much as they had hoped, and it hit the outer line. So that was just taken out of play.
That's
just in time to not hit that yellow rock.
That is the most open house I think we've had in the last 4 draws of this event.
Goodness.
You know, we've been missing a lot of Jackie Sharp's delivery. We've been saying her name a few times, but we've been covering other sheets and didn't actually get to see her deliver. So here we go, showing Jackie with her name on the screen and all.
Yep. On sheet C, there is 1 yellow biter, and that's shot rock at this time.
Oh, well, Jackie probably wouldn't like the fact that I showed that particular rock of hers, but.
Yeah.
No, that was a tick.
Yep, and it boarded the not Johnson rock. It is now in the 8-foot. All right, looking over on C, Hurricanes. I think it went past the 4-foot, and it's starting to go. It looks like 8 foot, perhaps 8 and 12. Cannot tell from this angle, but yeah. So yellow is sitting 2 on sheet C. We hope you are enjoying our broadcast. We are not professionals except for Bo. Bo is our fantastic commentator that we have at the club.
Well, a professional journalist. I have
Okay.
a voice made, face made for radio and a voice made for print. I will be live logging the USA Panama World Cup qualifier for the Guardian tonight. So.
Oh wow!
And I think all the curling will be over finally. And on sheet A, we had an impressive fall without hitting the rock. There, as it appears David Sakura slipped a little bit while sweeping Old Bay Margarita's stone to the back, but no blood, no foul. No hitting the rock, no burning the rock, although I believe the proper call in that situation would have been just to leave the rock where it was, because you can't really burn your opponent's rock. So.
Well, on C, there were 3 sweepers on Parental Army's last rock.
We have 26 concurrent viewers, so.
Wow.
Yay.
Good morning to all.
Is that a new record, perhaps? Maybe?
I'm not sure what they got last night.
32.
But,
Yeah, 32 last night.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
That was because I was not here.
So, quick update on A. Essentially, everything is along the center line, which is pretty good if you do not have hammer, which is the case for Sheets and Giggles.
Well, the score on 3rd end and 4th end on sheet C has yet to be posted. So that's why you still see 4-3. Oh, wow.
And on sheet A, the triple, double, quadruple run back ended with the last yellow rock not taking out the red at the back. So Sheets and Giggles, though, still a nice one. So they have not posted the 3rd end.
Or 4th on C.
Or are they playing the 4th now?
Yeah, they're playing the 4th now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that Yellowstone took out one of the 3 reds, but it took out the back one instead of the first or second. But perhaps that was the plan.
No, I'm sure it wasn't.
Well, then that does leave.
Actually, did they know what the score was?
I don't think so.
Our feature sheet is up to Vice Rots, and Martha O'Connor is perhaps drawing to have them sit 3. There have been just a couple of shots of, oh, wait a minute. No, sheet C has posted.
It's now 4-4.
And let's stop just in time to still count, so we're good.
Yeah, so.
Blacking, not the ideal place, but it's counting.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's on sheet B you're talking about? Yeah, sheet B, yeah, not Johnson with the draw that, good news is they're line 3. The bad news is that Stacy Slette could go down there and freeze to that red.
We're not
scoring. That does not appear to be the call. I think Allison wants to get rid of some red rots, which is also not a bad idea.
Okay, over on C, the shooter goes out, and it nudges the Yellowstone out further, so red Parental Army now sitting 1. All right, here we go. What's going on with Stacy's stone?
Stacy is going to get at least one of these, and just one, but still an improvement.
Yes. It is. Over on C, the Hurricanes have a stone on the way. It passed the far hog line. It is entering the house and taking out that one red stone that was in the center. It's gone.
Probably the only
logical.
Probably the only really logical choice there.
Yeah.
Unless you wanted to draw first and save a run back for later. Sheet B, we're seeing another draw attempt here from Martha O'Connor. I think this is coming up short, although that just means it's a guard.
Yeah,
that's not the worst thing.
They like a guard. They're sitting 2.
Yeah, in fact, that may have been what they called. It works pretty well. Sheet A, we're having another 1, 2, on sheet A, we're trying another triple run back attempt. It did peel a guard. And Randy Waters very sportingly walks over to sheet B to retrieve one of the rots that came over in sheet A. We did have one case yesterday where there's the fastest I've seen Dave Zimmerman from the Jams team in Richmond move, because a rock from sheet B was going at very high speed toward a busy house on sheet C, and Dave managed to dash out from the hack and stop it because no one on sheet B was alert to the threat. Stacy Slette throwing a lot of weight here. Is she going to go through this port and take out the red on the? She just. Well, it ends up a double peel, which.
No. Well, almost. The second one is stayed in play.
But it's gone though.
Yeah, it took out 2 guards of red.
Yeah, and so now all the promotion possibilities are yellow. So that's a good thing.
For Kempchi.
Yeah, it means there's still a tough shot or 2 left to play, but.
Sorry, I switched the camera there at the wrong time. Maybe I'll just go for the side-by-side view with the next time we have something exciting like that.
Sheet A is just kind of hilarious because they have all these rots that are not quite lined up along the center line, and they keep trying to, both teams keep trying to fire it down that line and take everything out, and not quite getting there. The way that stands right now is that there is a yellow rock for Sheets and Giggles in the front of the house, and that's out counting the shot for Old Bay Margaritas that is in the back of the house. Old Bay Margaritas, though, has hammer. It appears we are to the first of the skip rocks on that sheet.
And Parental Army just did a nice takeout on the yellow, and then it drifted over. It's in the back 8. So now they're sitting 1, and guess what the target is? The red stone that just got into the house.
Another wide open house there. On sheet B, I think Not Johnson went a little wider than they anticipated on that. They were trying to kind of carve it in. If you are a big believer in directional sweeping, or you're just using sort of a Hail Mary, that's what they were trying.
But in the end, they actually promoted the yellow one to second shot.
Oh, they did?
Yes,
yeah,
they did.
I don't have the view. Oh, yes, they do. Yes, I can see the. Or did they?
Yeah, it's second shot.
Okay, over on C.
Am I looking at the wrong house here?
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, sorry. You're right. I'm looking at the wrong house.
It was
I don't know what I was looking at. Okay.
It was a missed takeout over on
Didn't
C.
promote it that far.
Where they nudged the shot rock of the red team over a little bit, but then their shooter went out of play. So it's still on C, 1 red.
If you like talking strategy, we're going to want to look at sheet B because there are some interesting things in play here for Allison Kemp with the first of her shots.
Absolutely.
On sheet A, guard, peel, and there we go. You're now up to speed.
Yeah, guess sheet A is our fastest moving sheet of the morning. They're down to the last 2 rocks as far as I can see.
They are.
That's what it looks like.
On sheet B, we have a call. What is that call, do you think? Is this going to be it'd be a difficult draw to outcount the reds from here. Are they trying to nudge that
red?
Well, no, that's not where the broom would be for a nudge, though. That's where the broom would be for a blast.
Well, let's take a peek. You know, you could possibly draw in from the right side, but if it would curl just so.
Yeah. Well, we'll know in a second. Meanwhile, with the last of the rods for Sheets and Giggles, Dave Shakura over on A.
It's on its way.
Yeah, I think that he is just trying to kind of plug that port again and set up his steal of 1. All right, Allison Kemp, this looks like it's maybe kind of hack weight. Maybe trying to get to the inside of that red and chip it out, and it will not get there. It will promote their yellow to where it is shot.
On the button.
So if that was the shot call, that was brilliant. If it was plan B, it was brilliant. If it wasn't plan A or plan B, take credit for it anyway.
It worked.
Because it did. They are shot. They are, well, I mean, it doesn't even matter if they're buried because there's a red one for backing. I do not see any way Steve Johnson can chip that out of here.
No, he's got a
Well, so he's looking at the angle. He's looking at an in-off.
Yep.
Catch the inside of the red, bang into that yellow. Not an easy shot by any stretch of the imagination. Now, of course, if he hits it, he's scoring 4. Or lying.
Almost.
Or,
yeah.
or lying 3 probably because he would end up taking out the one that he was. So. And now he does not have hammer. So.
Let's take a look at all the houses, so that Jeffrey from Buffalo can see his Sheets and Giggles.
Yeah.
See if Sheets and Giggles gets their steal, the last red rock in play, halfway down the sheet.
I don't know what they were really intending with this, because it's going to have to curl. No, that looks like they just threw it away.
Yeah.
And just accepted the steal.
I don't know why they would throw it away. The draw would have been there.
Yeah, they had a draw.
Yellow, steal of yellow for one yellow.
But
Sheets and Giggles.
All right, sheet B, here it
Yellow
comes, here it
card.
comes. They need to carve it in. They need to carve it to the inside. They're not going to get there. No, they are. No. So, a shot now for Allison to pick up 2.
The reason they couldn't do that on sheet A is there were some yellow guards out front.
There were, but I think the draw, if they could have drawn to the drawn around everything and still touch the back of the 4 foot or the 8 foot somewhere in the back there. I think they still could have outcounted that rock. That was a draw that you would expect them to try.
I know I would not want my skip to ask me to do that.
Oh, it's not the easiest shot, but there's also not that much harm in trying it.
No.
Well, except, I mean,
You always.
I guess if you were to come up heavy, you could end up. No, you're still giving up 1 at the most. So, yeah, surprising that they didn't at least try it because there was no harm in it.
Nope.
And as I've told people before, if you heard me questioning a call yesterday, I am good at finding the worst case scenarios. I saw it yesterday for one rock in whose game was that? Megan Burchesky was the skip, Bill Lang was the vice, and I saw the one way they could go from scoring 3 to giving up 1, and sure enough, that's what happened.
All right.
All right, Allison Kemp here looks to be playing a simple draw or a tap to score 2. If she gets the inside of that red, she's got it. Unless she gets to the inside of that red with a ton of weight, in which case she's, yeah. Pretty unlikely that she would lose the one that's on the button without a shooter replacing it. So likely 1 here, and with a good shot here too for Stir Fry Kempchi. Sweeper's on it right away. They want to be sure it's past the guard. I actually can see right down the line. This is going to be close. Jackie and Josh really have to work it. They really have to work it. No. Plan B, promote it. No, that's not going to happen. All right.
One
Still yellow.
Still a well-worked 1 there.
Kempchi ties it up.
Still a well-worked 1 there for Allison Kemp.
Over on C, we're looking at 1 red at this point in time.
With still both yellow rocks left to play, so I mean 2 more. Is that right? Am I counting things right? Yes.
Yeah, on sheet C, there are 3 more stones. 2 more Hurricanes and 1 Parental RE.
Okay, Jackie, we're showing your delivery again this time. Let's see you get it right.
Mom, come in.
Hi,
She hasn't chatted.
Hi, Josh's mom, if you're still there.
She may be at church this morning.
Ah. And it did indeed take out the red stone on sheet C.
Fink says, nice shot by Steve, go for 3. Talking about Steve Johnson. Yeah, this is a battle of Potomac-ish club teams, but none of the Johnsons ever come out on Saturdays, so we're not rooting for them. So,
So good opening guard here for Jackie. We'll do the front end commentary. not on the center line, but it's close enough to be helpful.
It's a nice guard. Oops.
The Kevin Ames honorary lead play commentary. Hi, Kevin.
Okay, the other lead, Stefanie Johnson.
Yes.
You can give her just as much airtime to be fair here.
Absolutely. And that was a pretty nice delivery. Release, didn't hesitate. And she's still in her crouching position.
And that's going to hit the yellow, but not do enough. Actually, might actually move the yellow over to the center line. If it hits it, maybe it won't hit it, get that far.
So if you're still in your crouching position, you consider that a good sign or a bad sign? Because I know when I know I've thrown it badly, I tend to get up and just skate back to the other end of the ice and grumble.
Turn your back and like, I'm not looking.
Yeah.
Okay, Allison would like Jackie to draw this one in, but another guard would be good too. Looks like it's got a little more weight.
Yes, it does.
But they're still sweeping.
Oh, yeah. Josh and Stacy are going after it. All right, here they come into view, passing the far hog line.
Good, let it curl, let it curl.
And it enters the house. Wow.
And it's fairly well buried, but it is hittable if they want to. Yeah, they're going for a back line weight to hit that, so it's got to curl a bit. So Stefanie Johnson with trying back line weight.
May have heard some yelling from sheet C.
Yeah, we'll be switching to all house view after this shot so we can see how the sheets C and D end up.
I'll give you the update on sheet A halfway through.
This is going to crash on the yellow.
Yeah.
I'll give you the
Yeah,
update.
it's too late.
Ooh, it's going to hit the red first.
Yeah, so they're just guarding the shot rock better.
Yeah. Not sure if that was truly the goal, but that's what occurred.
So Allison would like to draw another one in, but let's go to the all-house view, and we can watch
Everybody.
both sheet C and D. So sheet C, this is the hammer in motion. It'll be just starting. It's way down the sheet.
In sheet B, it's Josh.
We have synchronized curling between A and B. They took off at nearly the same time and going nearly the same speed.
So sheet C hammer looks like it hits the red, jams, and doesn't do the job. One red.
One red
for Parental
for
Army.
Army.
Steal of red for Parental Army. Steal of red. Steal of
one.
Steal of one.
Steal of red. Should call it.
That's okay. We know what you meant.
On sheet A, halfway through the fifth end, there are two yellow guards in play for Sheets and Giggles. They do not have hammer. They've stolen a couple now. And there have been rots that have been in the middle of the house, but they keep getting removed.
Okay, Rob Meyer's heavyweight coming in on sheet D. It's not going to take too long to come down the sheet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 should be coming into view about now. And it will hit, well, almost. So it takes one red out, but leaves two. So that's two red for jams. And jams takes a 6-1 lead. Okay, let's back to our feature sheet. What's happening here?
Josh is delivering the first of his rots. No, second of his rots. Trying to add to the group of yellow that's in there. It's heavier than they would like, but
it's in there.
It's in there. Now that is one that could be frozen too. Though if you froze to it, yeah, if you froze to it, it would outcount the one at the top of the four. And if you hit it, it would outcount the one that's at the top of the four. So. Not the easiest hit, though.
Well, since there's not too much interesting on sheet C, maybe I'll use our wide view now just so Jeff from Buffalo can see a little bit of sheet A on the side. How about that?
Yeah, that is the, yeah, because sheet C and D, it looks like they're at the beginning of their net ends. In fact, there's a score being hung on D. All right, so on sheet A, this is the last of the Vice Rock for yellow for Sheets and Giggles. They did not have hammers, so there's one more Vice Rock to come for the Old Bay Margaritas. There is now one red rock in play at the back of the house. It looks like they're going through their own port to try to get to that red, but it looks like it's coming up light. Again, people just struggling with weight on this, although she gets shot out of this. Yeah, not the worst outcome. I don't know if she wanted to get all the way down to the red, but she's sitting on the tee. That's not the worst place to be. Although if red were to follow that path down, then they would, they could very easily have one shot that would be difficult to remove.
5-4 over on sheet C. Have you updated that?
On sheet C, yep, we got that.
Fabulous, fabulous.
We can show all the scores here, if anybody missed anything there.
Yeah.
On our feature game, that was a nice draw, I'm assuming by Stacy, to line up 3 yellow along the center line.
Then there's a 4th one in the back 12.
Indeed.
All right, let's see what this red do. Maybe
So,
blowing everything apart.
Martha O'Connor doesn't want those rods to stay there.
No.
I think this is, well, it's drifting a bit. They are frantically trying to push it wide. No, Josh and Jackie are trying to push it wide. No, actually, I think Josh was trying to push. People from both teams are trying to push it wide. I don't understand. Well, there's such harmony in curling sometimes. Well, the result is that it unlocked the top of the yellows and left a little bit more of a path toward the center. Not Johnson does have hammer, so unlocking the center, not a bad idea. Judging from the weight of this one, I think they're trying to have Stacy put one right back on the top of the 4. I'll give you an update on sheet A after we see where Jackie's shot or Stacy's shot winds up.
Yeah, I'm keeping with the wide view so Jeff can see bits and pieces of sheet A here.
All right. Well, I can tell you is the Sheets and Giggles, the first of their skip rocks coming in now. Old Bay Margaritas was able to get one on the 4-foot. Again, I just think there's just a weight issue over there. Both skips they're just not able to figure out the ice conditions and throw with the right weight for anything. Jimmy Fallon is in the house.
Yay!
Yay!
The original.
Yeah, wearing a shirt.
Well, it's always nice to see him in a shirt, yes.
Maybe you should say in the warm room. You're going to confuse people when they say he's in the house. Which house?
True.
True.
True. Well, sheet B, the house looks like a yellow palooza here, but...
And it stays a yellow palooza.
Yes, it
that,
does. So
wow.
now, 4. Maybe 5, depending.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were setting 5.
So we're just now getting the skip rods. So if Allison Kemp can keep that path to the center plugged up, this could be a very difficult thing for Not Johnson to avoid giving up a huge steal.
I guard it, but that's me. That's why I'm not a skip.
Oh, no, you would guard this.
But I wouldn't want it directly in line with the rest of my yellow stones. I'd want it a little off.
Why is that?
This way, if they do hit it, they can't push it straight back into my yellows.
Yeah, but with 4 yellows there, would you be really worried about having it slam into there? At worst, you'd lose one of your yellows, but you replace it with another one.
Okay. Yeah, but you don't have hammer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're never going to have hammer.
No, just a thought.
Until the next. In fact, the way things are shaping up now, they won't have hammer in the next end either. I think this one's drifting a little bit. I think Josh is trying to hold the line and keep it closer to center.
Yeah, it's going to over-curl. Yeah.
It is going to over-curl a bit. Josh is really trying to keep. No, that's not where you wanted that, because now you're talking about shot straight up the middle.
That hurts. Yeah.
Yeah, and now all those yellow rods are serving as backing for whatever.
Yeah, just going to draw it right down onto him, down to the button or corner freeze on the shot rock.
Yeah.
For whatever Steve throws. All right, sheet A.
I'm going to hold this view for a few seconds so I can watch Topper yell for his. I'm not sure what he's asking for, but he's excited about something.
Probably asking to get rid of the yellow that's at the top 12, and they will do that. I'm not sure they wanted that roll. In fact, they probably didn't, because that leaves that red wide open for Sheets and Giggles to take out with their last rock.
All right.
Sheet B, Steve Johnson going to try to put one in the middle of all those yellows and make them all worthless.
So to speak.
Yep.
But yes, all right.
Who can take a sunny day and suddenly make it all seem worthless?
Oh, is it curling enough?
Oh, it's curling enough. Question is whether it's
Okay.
curling too much, but I don't think it is. No. And so now you've got a red one sitting on the button with a lot of backing. Oh boy. But can you get to it?
You can get to it.
Yes.
But then how many yellows of your own are you going to take out with it?
Well, if you hit it to the right of nose, none.
That's true.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm not a skip. That's and why I do not throw last rocks. Not sure I'd be able to hit that.
Sheets and Giggles with a little hit and roll, rolling off to the side. They a fairly effective shot. And actually,
Very strategic shot.
no, it left an open hit for 2. They are yellow
Oh.
shot right now, but
Are you looking at A? Sorry.
yeah, looking at A. Yeah,
Sorry.
yellow shot right now, but that should be one that Randy Waters can get to.
Over on C, it's 1 red. It just is hanging between the 4 and 8 foot, and of course, it is now targeted by the Hurricanes. This one looks like it's drifting left.
All right, Allison's all-important shot here. This could be a huge swing in this game. No pressure, Allison. Of course, I can say that now because she's throwing. This actually looks pretty good. I like it. They're trying to hold the line now. Okay, that's not bad.
Well, that's pretty nice. They're in front of the button.
In front of the button, yeah. Now, if Steve noses that, he gets 1. So the big 4-rot steal is gone, but still, Steve has to thread it through there.
Nothing wrong with holding them to 1.
Yeah. So
Okay,
at
we're on
worst,
sheet A.
yeah.
This is Hammer on sheet A. Yes, Hammer rolling in on sheet A, trying to get rid of that rock or using it as backing.
And
But it's just 1.
We believe
Is
it's
it?
just 1.
Just 1. They didn't look at it too closely. I guess it's just 1 red.
was there a yellow out counting it somewhere in the
I
house?
think there was another biter there.
By this,
Yeah.
she missed it by
but not
this
biter,
much.
Biter, biting the white.
Okay,
So
here we go.
We'll call that 1 red, assuming 1, that was red, right?
Yep.
Where was that? Yeah.
Yes, it was. 1 for Old Bay
Old Bay.
Margaritas. All right, let's watch Steve Johnson's shot as it comes into view.
Is it going to roll? It's going to roll.
Roll.
Oh, a
That's 2
big,
yellow.
costly roll.
Okay.
2 yellow for
2
stir-fry
yellow.
kimchi.
No, from,
That's excellent end for them.
yep.
Really was, and they got away with it.
A steal
One
of 2.
potentially costly miss, but then Allison recovered with a good one on her second, and there you go.
Anything else we'll be back to our usual 30% view here.
Okay, so the games are moving forward, as you can tell. As sheet B gets set up for the next
Oh,
end.
no, they just hung 2 red over on sheet A. So
Ah,
2 red on sheet A for Old Babe Margarita, but makes it a tie game.
wonderful, wonderful.
3, oops. Was I
Don't say whoops.
Oh, I gave them 21 instead of 2, so, but it didn't actually show, we're not showing their score right now anyway, so now we'll show their score. There we go. That's
That
what
would be,
what we look like across all 4 sheets.
just, you got 7 for 3 ends in a row. Wow. Huh. All right. Got the first Kempchi rock. Passing the hog line, it looks like a nice guard, and it is just a little bit off the center line. I think that's pretty good where they wanted it. Okay. Alrighty. Red, Hot, and Blue, and NTI, sponsors of Potomac Curling Club. And we thank you for your support.
Reading there on what's on the ice there. What do we call it? The
Advertisements.
I mean the Not
Spot.
overlays. What's the word I'm looking for?
Underlays.
Underlays. Yeah.
Underlay. Oh, sorry. Not quite. All right, Red Rock coming into view.
A corner guard, typical corner guard.
Indeed.
And Allison seeing if can get a draw in now.
Seeing if Jackie can, yeah, exactly. There we go. Very nice, smooth release. You just let go. Very nice job on Jackie's part.
Or color commentary on the leads. She's watching her. She's not too excited about this one. She must be kind of happy with it. A little heavy,
All right.
maybe.
Ooh, yes.
But it'll
It's gonna
stop. No, not too heavy. Okay. No, that's actually quite
That's
nicely
nice. It's in the back
under
four.
the.
It's beyond the tee line, but it's still all four.
And buried,
Mm-hmm.
but landable. So that's what they want to do, is land on that one.
Say there is a way to
Stefanie.
freeze to it, so that's not a problem.
Okay, Stefanie, how's her release? Oh, her release was nice too.
Okay. Yes, props given where props are deserved. All right, it is coming down the sheet. All right, the sweepers were called off. So it looks like it had,
It
oh,
looks
no,
really
back
good.
on, of course.
Yeah, it looks really good. Just what they wanted.
Freezing to that yellow. Wow. That was nicely done.
So Allison wants to do the same thing they just did. Ideally, get a little on the inside of it.
Less weight than your usual.
The microphone's about right over Allison, so you got a good audio on that one.
Yes. Well, I just see over on sheet D, Rob Myers walking down the sheet.
Jackie's on it right away. Hitting the guard,
Yeah.
Ooh.
which isn't bad now. Getting rid of that guard, that's it was doing more harm than good at the moment. So now Johnson needs to make their own guard there.
Yeah, to me, there's no such thing as appeal of shame. If it's the right call to appeal, it's the right call to appeal.
Well, that wasn't what the call was, but
No, it wasn't.
it was Plan B,
Right.
and legitimate Plan B.
The appeal of moderately happy accident.
Cody Johnson.
Keeping an eye on sheet C. Hurricanes. Well, once it passes the hop line, it looks like it's going to be a guard that's far out there. Yes, it is. The two sweepers, the two ladies, had to work really hard to get it beyond the hog. Huh.
So, Allison, what do you want to do? Try a double. Yes,
Yeah.
she does. Look at that double. Just
Yes,
kind of need to nose the front red and hit that one. Okay, Plan A is to
The double?
Plan A is to hit the chip out the shot rock, because that will leave the yellow one shot and the red one guarding the yellow ones if they really manage to chip that out.
All right, well, let's see what Josh can do. His stone is sticking to the center line pretty much. A little bit of curl. Let's see.
That's on the other red.
Yeah. And out of play.
Over on sheet D, they're down to the last two rocks. Maybe taking a look at that soon. Sheet C, a fast rock coming in here just to take out
Lots
a
of
10, but
weight.
it's peeling the guard instead. But it was too soon to peel the guard, so they put the guard back. They Can't feel a guard until there are 5 rocks
Already
in rest.
thrown.
Let's take a quick look at the all houses. Take a look at sheet D here. Is the last red rock on sheet D coming in.
On sheet A, if you are a fan of the game Minesweeper, you're going to enjoy this. Or Mine Navigator. There are 2 yellows for sheets and giggles in the house and a widely scattered group of guards out front.
Yep, we're showing that now, so.
Yeah.
And this is Sheets and Giggles does have the shot right now.
So they're on Vice Rocks, I think.
They are on Vice Rods. So this is Maria Sakura with her shot. The danger is promoting one of these reds, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think they are plugging a port between, I think they've plugged a port that no one was ever going to be able to get through anyway. So the equivalent of just sort of, someone just said holy cow, and I'm not sure which, which sheet that was from. It might have been from A.
Or C. I thought it was C.
Yeah. Probably not D, because I think we'd recognize the voices over there.
Yes, I believe we would.
Yeah. On sheet B, Stacy Slette has thrown a lot of weight, mostly to make sure that Jackie and Josh have something hard to sweep. She's going to end up taking out a guard. That was definitely not the call.
No.
So she just replaced the red guard with her own
Yellow.
But the good news is that on whatever shot I missed, a yellow got promoted into a pretty good spot.
I heard Topper yelling sweep over on sheet A. Oh, a little tick. Is there plan B? Plan B?
Can they
plan
promote?
B?
Can they promote?
Oh.
All right, second shot. So.
Second, yes.
All right.
Yeah, out counts one of the yellows.
All right, so what's happening on D? Is that that's the
This
hammer?
is the hammer. Rob Meyer's
Gonna
hammer. I
say-
think it's just a draw.
Hold on.
Draw.
C, okay. That last yellow stone was
there's
thrown with a lot of weight.
Sheet D, the hammer was a draw attempt, and Rob Myers comes up short yet again. And it's a two red on sheet for jams on sheet D.
I think I just heard Rob, actually.
And I realized I must have missed a blanked end on sheet 5 on sheet C. They blanked end 5.
Yes.
You can tell I didn't get quite enough sleep. My words aren't coming out right. That's why we're showing the wrong end on sheet C. Let's show the right end on sheet C. What their end really looks like is a couple reds in the house. So sheet A, yet another useless
sheet
card.
A, yeah, these rots are just going into places they're just taking up space.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in play.
I don't know what the calls are. I don't know where. Yeah, I just don't understand anything that's going on sheet A, honestly.
And on sheet C, another useless rock going through the house.
Boy, we're starting to sound so pessimistic, so negative right now.
Okay. Another unintended shot going through the house. Does that sound better?
Oh, that sounds like my play.
That sounds better.
Okay. This one coming down on sheet B is in boy. Uh-oh. Did it just pick up speed at the end?
I think it just never slowed down.
Oh,
And
good attempt.
now that one's so that could be bad though. That
Yeah.
one. If red can lock onto it, but they still wouldn't be shot.
No.
So how many rocks do they have left?
Who?
It's, on sheet B.
Not sure.
Yeah, let's just go back
Oh,
to.
well, yeah, sheet D looks like they're, maybe they did not eat their Wheaties this morning.
So this is the last vice rock on sheet B, I think.
Yeah. I've been trying to
And
count,
it's
but too
really
many
just
people are
curling out
Ooh.
to nowhere land.
Is it gonna pass the, yes, just past the hog line.
I think it lost handle because it curled out and
It did.
drifted around back.
Okay, looking over on D real quick. So Parental Army Stone coming down with a decent amount of weight. Both sweepers have been called on, and it's slowing down. Where is it going to end up? It's going to end up knocking into the current red stone in the house. So right now, red is sitting 3.
We are to skip rots on A, and the first one went exactly where all the vice rots went. Back to other sheets. Seriously, I have no idea what there's a yellow for shot. Aside from the red that was promoted for Old Bay Margaritas on one of these shots, the last, I think 4 of the last 5 rots have just added to the pile in the middle. And by middle, I mean middle of the guard zone. Allison Kemp's first shot on B. Allison Kemp for Stir-Fry Kempchi. They have made a good run through this tournament. I am probably a bit of a curse on them.
So all sheets here, they're battle to get into the finals. So the winners on each sheet make it into the finals for the B and C events.
Right. So basically, they'll get to play for 5th or 9th place. Well, that's an effective guard for.
I think you mean 5th or 7th place?
No, 5th or 9th.
9th, really?
Yeah, because the B event will be 5th through 8th. C events 9th through 12th.
Yeah.
Because the B events for all the teams that finish 2nd in their pools.
Yep. Yeah. Got it.
Okie dokie.
So. And again, it's what I love about this format, because you have the pool place setting all this up as opposed to, well, you lost your 3rd game, and so you're in the C, but you lost your 2nd, so you're in the F. Yeah.
Well, I got to say, the way you explain it, it's clear as mud.
Thank you.
No, I just can't follow that, so I'm glad you understand what's going on.
There were 4 pools of 6 in each pool. If you finish 1st, you're in the A event. If you finish 2nd, you're in the B. If you finish 3rd, you're in the C.
Okay. Kind of like World Cup.
Except for the consolation prize. So on sheet A, the shot goes into the pile up front, and then just for sake of variety, rolls over to the wall just in front of our waters. So actually not quite in front of our waters, because that would be in the house. This one is not. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 rots in front of the house. 7 of them are directly in front of the house. Sheets and Giggles has hammer.
They're discussing what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, deep discussion.
I think 10 guards, is that a record for this draw for number of guards at the same time?
For this draw, maybe.
Well, yeah.
So.
Good Lord. 13 rocks in play on sheet A. All right, sheet C has a rock coming on down the sheet.
Old Bay Margaritas has a fascinating conversation going on as they're trying to look at 7 center guards and see if any of them are promotable. They are not. Move on. Try another shot.
Goodness.
Actually, no, there's a chance that one of those could be for red.
Yeah, if you can do something magical, I'm sure there is some magical mathematical combination that would do the job. Yep.
Meanwhile, on B, this must be Allison's last shot, and once again, I did not see the last shot for Steve Johnson's group.
And it's got weight.
Yeah, it just ended up a guard. Steve Johnson's.
Yeah.
It was guarding
what is Allison attempting here?
I'm not sure.
Because it went way, way wide. Is this a guard?
I think so.
Yeah, and so an effective guard.
Yeah, guard can't draw down that way anymore. So
yeah.
What would
well positioned for another steal.
It's not a steal. It would be still red sitting 1.
Yeah, red is sitting 1. Be a force.
Oh, yes, they are. Okay. On sheet A, here comes the triple, quadruple, 3.5 twist attempt from Randy Waters.
It's just going to crash into the pile of guards, I think.
No.
Well, but was that the idea?
Sure it was.
Probably not that. Okay, so more center guards.
Hammer.
11. We're at 11.
Hammer on sheet B.
Thrown away.
Yeah, thrown away. There's nothing they can do there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right,
So
one red.
One red for Not
So,
Johnson.
Not Johnson 5, Stir Fry Kempchi 6.
Yep.
Sorry, missed a
Well,
missed taking out a guard over on sheet C there, but
Again, it was just a guard, but red is hitting 2 for Parental Army.
all right, sheet A, here comes the hammer. Only 1 rock has been removed from play. Only 3 rocks are in the house. Yellow has shot rock. The wise play would be to throw it to sheet D and just forget about it. Actually, it does seem like they are throwing this. No, they've got the broom. They're looking at something.
trying to bump in off their own, but
Oh,
it just flies by.
I don't know.
So that was
Yellow.
one yellow, right?
One yellow.
Sheets
One
and
yellow.
Giggles takes a 1-point lead.
Yeah, on one of the most baffling ends. Someone might have placed a magnet where we have the pennies for doubles. That's all I can figure. I think Mike did it.
Over on sheet D, look
Mike
at
is shaking
the lineup here on sheet D. Well, it doesn't look quite
It's
as
almost a straight line,
but
but
before that hit, it was all a straight line. Now it's
Now it's a T without
very,
enough
very
of the top
long
part.
T, a very
Yeah.
tall T.
with the
It's
tail.
a corkscrew.
Yes.
Okay, well, they got lots of shots left, lots of rocks left, so let's go back to our normal view here. And we can watch Jackie yet again. Back to our lead stone commentary.
Hi, Jackie.
Jackie is cleaning her rock.
Actually, sheets A and B are now almost in the same spot. Just 1 rock difference. In fact, now it's going to be even because on sheet A, I'm sorry, Jackie Levinson's delivering her first.
Okay, and there goes Jackie Sharp.
Jackie, also a distinguished hockey coach,
Absolutely.
as her shirts will often tell you, from Pittsburgh, or
Yay.
University of Pittsburgh at least.
I don't think our shirts say distinguished on them, but
Oh, no.
well, another center
Oh.
guard.
Okay, it just went past the hog line.
I'm debating whether to put up the throw more guard sign on this one. I think Jackie at this point might be in too much in competitive mode for me to show that sign again. I think she got a kick out of it yesterday. I'm not sure if she would get a kick out of it right this
Yeah,
minute.
and we're not seeing that many guards in this game. I think the Johnsons are keeping that cleaner.
Sheet A already far cleaner than the last end.
Should say the Johnsons and the not Johnson.
Yeah.
Right. So it approaches the far hog line.
Which sheet? Oh, B. Okay.
B, 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 B. Ooh, headed toward the house. Is
Yeah,
it going to knock on the door?
It's
Is
a
it
draw,
gonna-
but it's exposed.
Yes, it is.
So Allison hit and roll maybe,
Perhaps.
or just a draw to center.
Oh, I didn't see the final thing over on C, but hopefully they'll hang the score shortly. Okay, another shot from Jackie.
And that's pretty nice. Will it bury? Yes, I think that's exactly where. Congratulations, Jackie. It's just what Allison called for.
Nice job.
So Johnsons would like to draw behind that. Here comes Cody.
Cody is a member of the Potomac Club. Up the pants. Crazier the golf pants, the better they are for curling.
Yeah, but from where we're sitting, he should wear either a longer shirt or pants that come up a bit higher.
Close up. We're not seeing anything.
Not quite Dan Aykroyd on SNL.
Looks like a beautiful shot. Tiny bit heavy, but it's shot.
Ooh, Nice. Nicely done by Matt Johnson.
So Allison couldn't follow that in.
And Josh tries to trip Jackie with his broom.
Yeah.
That's not nice.
No.
You're such a good couple. We love Josh and Jackie.
Yes, we do.
Wonderful newcomers to this club this year. I think they have an apartment up on the roof of the shed. That's the only way they can explain how they're able to do so much.
It must be built with that invisible wood. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Take out.
Oh, well.
Took out one of the reds.
Still one, yeah.
So that works.
On sheet A, I think they've realized they don't have any center guards clogging things up, so they're trying to throw a couple now.
Over on C, there was a hogged stone for Hurricanes. It's being taken out of play.
Yeah, they haven't posted their score yet there, so.
Up, here it comes. Looks like a couple more for yellow.
Or just one yellow.
Okay, but you can see that because I've got people standing in front, my angle.
So one yellow to tie it up at 5-5 on sheet C.
Pass, oh no. Yep, sailed through. I thought it was slowing down enough to stay in the house.
So there is no time limit in our playoffs here, so all teams can go to 8 ends if they're getting that way. They might not see that over on sheet D, but the other sheets probably will.
Which means you can tune in for the 12 o'clock draw. Be prepared to stay a while because Team Segovia will be playing in that one. Hodgstone on D, by the way.
All right, here we go. Approaching the house, slowing down.
Josh with might like a little bit more contact, but that's really not a bad effort.
Yeah.
The unfortunate thing is it looks like that could be picked out. On sheet A, George Shirt just threw a fastball straight at the middle, took out a yellow, and appears to be line 2. In fact, there are 4 red rocks in play and no yellows, so can't complain too much when that is the situation. On B, I think Martha O'Connor's trying kind of a lighter weight tap. And it does seem to be nestling in there.
Oh, yep, that's a beautiful draw for Not Johnson.
Sheet A, a pretty decent hit and roll there for Maria Secura. I don't think it's not under guard. So, not sure if she wanted more roll than that, but gets one of the 2 red out of there. On B, Stacy Slette looks to be coming in, maybe coming in for... If she hits on the right of that yellow, she can chip out one of the reds. This is not curling enough at all.
And over on sheet A, we're watching Topper's call to get out that yellow rock, but he rolls out. So.
have stones coming up simultaneously on B and A. On B, Martha O'Connor, sorry, the one who is not Johnson.
Martha, not Johnson.
Right, clogging up the port to prevent anything from getting to her yellows. Sheet A, we have a guard, which I seriously doubt was the call.
So on sheet B, Allison's trying to decide what to do about all those center guards. Guess she wants to hit the top one. I don't know what good that's going to do her. She's got a whole line of center guards. Not enough rocks to get rid of them all.
Well, yeah, you're right. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be doing. I mean, a 1, 2, 3 quadruple run back.
That's a lot of weight. And, well, she moved some guards.
All right, did we get a final score on D, or did they just not finish that end?
I'm not 100% sure, but we know that game is over. At least 8-1. Handshakes have occurred.
Well, we'll ask when we come back in.
I guess it was just at Sticks and Stones. It was just not a good morning for them.
Well, let's watch what's the other what's going on sheet A a minute here while we're waiting.
And sheet C, Parental Army throwing one down for their tie game.
Sheet A, again, it just seems like people are really struggling with their weight, but that one is in there, but wide open. In fact, actually gives Sheets and Giggles something to hit and stick to or roll away from. Now, Old Bay Margaritas does have the hammer in the 7th end. Oh! So if you're watching for Richmond, congratulations. Jams will be playing for the C event final at 12 o'clock today.
Wonderful.
So get some rest, guys.
Yeah. Over on C. Ooh, is it going to stay in the house? Yeah, it did. Okay. Took out the red. Yellow is now sitting shot at the back of the 12.
On sheet A, we are having a geometry conversation.
I remember 10th grade geometry. It was not my best subject. All right, over on C, Parental Army, the one being thrown does definitely have some weight going on to it.
So I checked over on sheet D. Yellow did actually score in one in the last end, and they conceded.
So
all right.
8-2?
So.
Okay.
8-2 after 6 ends, wasn't it?
After 6 ends, yes.
Yep. Okay.
There it is.
All right, so 3 of us and 3 sheets, so now we can play man-to-man.
Woo!
Moving out of our zone.
So to speak.
That's how my wife and I always looked at it. It's like, we have 2 kids, you can still play man-to-man. If you have 3, you have to go to a zone. We have 2 kids. Of course, now they're old enough that, I think they're playing zone on us.
So we got 31 viewers.
31.
Ooh, yay! Anything in
but no chat.
Still
No chat.
quiet
Chat
this
has
morning.
gone very quiet.
Well then.
So quiet this morning. So.
No, apparently no fans of Jams. They're cheering him on. So
Yeah. All right.
maybe they'll be watching the replay or the
Okay.
recording.
Well, our long conversations appear to be at an end. And we have simultaneous skips getting ready. This is synchronized curling. We have Vicers are holding the brooms in exactly the same place. This is hilarious. They are both wiping their stones at the same time, both bringing them up forward.
Both the same color.
Oh, but
we'll go with
same
that.
color. But Allison, Allison, you
Gets it
ruined
off
it.
first.
You ruined it, Allison.
You got it off first.
Yeah, and this splits.
Oh my.
Was
What
she
is
trying to
this
do this, or
doing?
is this
Oh,
really narrow?
C also has a yellow stone on the move. What in the?
Yeah, Allison peeled one. Not sure that was the call. On sheet A.
Takes out the
Oh,
one
yes.
of the back
Sheet
red.
A took out one of the reds.
Sheet C took out one of the reds.
And they're really different ends. I mean, on sheet C, you have a wide open house. On sheet B, you have some complications at the middle. Sheet A is actually kind of somewhere in between, not as complicated as it was last time.
Okay, there is a Jams fan here. Way to go,
Yay.
Jams.
Hey.
Well, good luck to Jams in the next round of games, the finals.
But
On sheet B, I think we have a relatively quick decision here from Steve Johnson with the last of his rocks. I say that as he points his vice to adjust where she is looking.
so he just needs to draw to touch the button, I guess. Just. Maybe just isn't the right word for that. It's a very precision shot, draw to the
Yes,
button.
it is.
We'll take a.
This looks very narrow, at least from where the broom was.
That's okay. Sheet C also has a red stone going down the sheet, almost
Yeah,
parallel.
Steve Johnson very narrow with this shot. This is not going to. I mean, it dinks out a little bit and gives them a little bit of a guard.
Okay, on C, it's in the full 8.
Now, that might have been the call.
Yeah, it
and
might have
just-
been,
Yeah.
actually. That would be a good call. That rock is in a good place, and
Yeah.
and moved the other rock into a better place. So it's
Yeah,
it's actually
a tiny bit. So,
yeah, actually that
well, they probably wanted that guard to be a little farther to the left.
I mean, if they really would have drawn down to the button, it could have actually exposed them to something bad.
Yes.
So, because it would have been.
If it had if
hittable.
it had drifted beyond the tee line, sure.
Nice split house here on sheet C. Let's see if they're. It's
Almost
gonna
like,
get it. Yes, it will. Hit and spell.
and the shooter goes out as well. You can see that was almost like an 8-10
So-
split in bowling, but you know what?
So whatever happens in sheet C, it will keep the game close because we only got one red line. So they just need to draw for 2 on sheet C.
Sheet A just had the first of the rots from Old Bay Margaritas in the house, perhaps drifting a little farther than they wanted and fully exposed. No one haven't really tried to bury around that yellow, or at least they have not done
So just the hammer
successfully.
left on sheet A.
Nope.
What's that?
Nope.
No.
No.
One for each team.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Must
Sure.
have been a rock hiding from me there then.
Yeah. All right, sheet C. Parental Army stone on the way.
Just trying to draw for 1. Anywhere in the house.
Well, actually,
Anywhere.
no. This could be 2.
Oh, that's sorry, that's what I meant. Draw.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, it definitely is 2.
Could be a 2. All right, slow down. Slow down.
You move
Oh.
too fast. Gotta make your curling last.
And
right.
just
Okay.
just stopped
2
in
red.
time for 2 red. It's
Yay.
Parental Army takes a 2-point lead going into the 8th end.
All right,
right.
good for them.
Sheet A, heavyweight shot here for Sheets and Giggles.
Here we go.
Going to get rid of that red and roll
Oh,
and
2
stay
shots.
buried
Yes.
for 1. That is a beauty of a shot. Very nice shot there from David Shakura. Setting up. Now, if they
You sure there's more stones on A?
Yeah, there's another.
Oh, there it
there's
is.
a red
Yep.
hiding.
There it is.
I think it's camouflaged against the sodas over there or
Yeah,
something.
I mean,
Hammer on
Hammer
B.
on B,
Hammer on B. Hammer on B.
back on B. Uh-oh.
Oh, right on the guard. That was looking to be pretty good if it could have gotten past that guard.
So
That's
steal
steal
of
two.
2 for Dot Johnson.
Well, the good news is you're up one with Hammer, or down
Yeah,
one, but
that's-
with Hammer.
But you got Hammer. So
Right.
Okay, over on C, they have begun their 8th end. First rock, 3.
Well,
Three
they-
sweepers, first
They
rock.
really want this in the house, don't they?
Yes, okay, and they got it. It's 8 and biting the 4 circle, 4-foot circle.
So Hammer and the hack on sheet A.
Yeah, A.
Okay, yep.
Okay.
With a shot, it could be a shot for 2 if you can get around that guard and nudge that yellow far enough.
Okay, sheet C, we have Hurricanes throwing their first stone in the 8th end, and over on B, Not Johnson throwing
Hammer
their...
on A. Hammer
Yeah,
on A.
Hammer on A is the priority. All
I
right.
think I heard someone say a little hot, but they are sweeping. It's difficult to tell from our angle if this is going to be on that guard or not. Now I can see on the screen to my left, it is on the guard. Or no, it's
Nope,
not.
just
Whoa!
put it.
Is it?
Oh,
Wow.
Nice shot.
Okay, didn't quite nudge it enough for 2.
We'll replay
But
that
it's-
one just because we can.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a hogged stone on B.
There we go.
In the
Not the
meantime.
most exciting
Okay.
replay, but a beautiful shot, and it deserves one.
Yes.
So 1 red for tying it up, going into the 8th end.
Mm-hmm. Did you replay it?
Yeah, I did. I replayed it already.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because I was. Oh wow! Another hogged stone over on B.
8th end jitters, I guess.
Yeah, this is interesting. It's 2 in a row. 1 for each team. I guess, as you said, the leads are having and 8 jitters.
What happened to the first red stone on B?
Also hogged.
Wow.
Yeah, 2. All right, so here we go again with Stefanie Johnson of Not Johnson, but she is. All right, this one is going to go past the hog line. It's just, is it going to continue to go through and out the back door?
It might stop. Yeah. Oh, it just died.
All of a sudden, boom. So I
like
picked-
instant death. Okay.
It picked on something.
Yeah, I can see a scratch on the, even on this camera, I can see a scratch on the ice. Let's look at the house
Uh-oh.
camera. See, yeah, look at that scratch.
You're absolutely right. It picked up something.
Wow.
Oh, my. Well, if that's going to happen, I guess you want it to happen on the 8th. Well, then again, happen on the 1st, and you can get someone up to correct it. All right, here we go. Another Jackie Sharp.
I think they're going for a corner guard. Or maybe, well, no, it's a hit. It's coming fast. No big deal. And yes, they got their hit.
And their shooter also went out of play.
Yep. So Rock's coming out of play. So Allison, I
Clean.
don't know. I'm not sure what they do if they tie on this one. Maybe we should look into being the 8th end. If Allison gets one, what
I
happens?
did not see it in the rules of the game. Do you see Bill Langman anywhere?
I mean, I presume they
Yeah.
go by the last shot draw and earlier head-to-heads and sort of thing, maybe. Or do they? No. Actually, I did see that. They play an extra end in the
Yeah.
finals. In the semifinals, you play an extra end.
Yep.
Cody Johnson.
Okay. The stone is going down, and sheet C, another stone
B.
from the Hurricanes, is being released
Oh.
right about now.
Okay.
Okay, right now. I called a little early.
So
Yeah.
Cody's
Okay.
Cody's Cody Johnson's rock.
Okay.
Going in
It looks like
biter.
it's biting the 12. Looking over on C. Oh, this may or may not get past the. Oh, wow. Hair's width away from hitting
But
that
too
red
heavy
guard.
anyway, so they would have been better off with a tick, actually.
Ah, yes, they would have. How unfortunate. That was pretty close. All right.
So Josh
Josh, hi. Hi, Josh's mom.
just trying for a draw behind.
Mm-hmm.
Looks a little heavy.
It does. It does. It's,
Stacy sweeping it though to get it past the
oh,
that
Oh,
rock.
actually, maybe that was a call. I don't know.
Yeah.
hmm. Over on C, Parental Army. It looks like it's going to hang out in the back 8-foot circle. All right, next up, Hurricanes over on C. On B, Cody Johnson has delivered another stone or released it. It is being attended to by Martha and, I'm sorry,
Martha and Stefanie.
it's Stefanie. Thank you. I'm sorry.
And
Ooh, look at.
touching the button.
Touching the
Beautiful
button,
shot.
but probably not what they wanted.
No,
It's wide
It's
out in the
smooth.
open.
but actually, it's not really bad for them if they're up by 1. So, and they have another stone in the house, so they don't really mind getting hit as long as Allison doesn't get the roll.
Okay, over on C, we've got 3 sweepers going to get the Hurricanes stone into the 12-foot, firmly in the 12-foot.
So on our live chat, Kevin Ames says hi to the 3 of us.
Hi, Kevin.
And he says, let's go, not Johnson. So
What?
he's not commentating now, so he's allowed to root
Pick a
for a
team.
team, I guess.
Kevin, we root for the people who come out on Saturdays.
Oop, oop, oop.
Oh, that's
Nice.
not bad.
It
Rolled a little more than they wanted
absolutely,
on
yeah,
sheet B, but
it did. It did.
it's still not fully exposed. Meanwhile, on sheet A, they have thrown 6 rods, and guess what 5 of them are?
Uh-oh. Guards.
Guards is correct.
Yes. Ding, 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 ding.
Here comes the 7th rock, and just for sake of variety, they burned it.
Either that or it was going to be hogged anyway, so.
I think they could have gotten that across the hog if they'd really.
Okay.
And to
Wanted
be
to.
another guard. If
Yeah.
they really wanted another guard.
Yeah.
Okay, over on
Well,
B.
well, jammed the one yellow into the other yellow. Okay.
And so it took out 1.
So Allison, does she want to guard that? Or draw another one in and split the house? I think I'd kind of like sitting on the red one in the back, but she wants to guard that one.
Mm-hmm. That's what it looks like.
No, she wants to draw in. She wants another one on the top 4. So we got another Sheets and the Giggles fans from Terry Lynn Richards. Go Sheets and Giggles.
On sheet A, they've thrown another guard.
Oh, beautiful hit and roll over on sheet C, but they're not shot. And another guard, well, maybe a little bump guard. No, that's not going to help at all. So Martha O'Connor just trying to hit that yellow that they didn't get guarded, that Stir Fry Kempchi didn't get guarded.
A big development on sheet A, a rock that is not a guard.
How did that happen? How did that happen, Bo?
A rock that is not a guard. In fact, it looks to be fairly well placed for Old Bay Margaritas. Partially buried at the top of the fort.
And Johnson's, yes, they do get their hit and a roll.
And yes, they do. And now it looks like they're sitting 2.
And you can see half of that, more than half of that rock.
Oh, no, over on C.
Hog.
Oh,
No.
no, evidently it just, but the opposing team is
Everybody's looking.
taking a peek. Wow, I think it's over maybe by an inch.
We need to get a hog line camera.
Next year, Ken. Next year. Next year's budget.
And a hog line measuring device.
All right.
Just put GPS in all of the rocks.
Oh, there you go. Stacy
With the,
is coming down. It's
too wide. No, it's going to get a piece of it.
gonna hit, but is it gonna send it out? Ooh.
Oh, a hit roll and nearly
Actually,
frozen.
Yeah, that's a pretty good place to be.
Yeah, probably
But
left just enough room.
Yeah, you can definitely pick it out, but
Yeah.
it looks like they're debating whether to pick it out or to draw.
We just draw to the center because the center line looks pretty much. Well, there's 2 guards out front, so.
It was a good call and a good effort. Just probably a few inches short of where they would have ideally had it. On sheet A, we have another good draw.
Maybe I'll
And
flip
buried.
to a quick view of that since
Wow.
that's wrong button. Let's try a quick view on sheet A.
Yeah, how'd that?
So
Bo,
sorry,
what do
sorry
you-
for those Sheets and Giggles fans. It looks like Old Bay's pretty well placed here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, back to our feature sheet.
All right, we've thrown 11 rocks on 2 of our sheets and 12 on another.
And we're down to Skip. Steve Johnson hit his first of 2 stones. This is the 8th end. And right now, I think yellow is sitting 1, correct? Yes. All right. This is, oh. It's a nice even speed. Past the hog. Now they're furiously sweeping it. Oh. Not sure if that was plan A.
Nope, plan A was the draw, so
I thought so.
So Allison wants to split the house. Good call. I just have to make sure she gets past the guards. I think I
True.
might give another inch or 2 of ice there, but
Or, yeah. Okay, taking a peek on sheet C. It looks like 1 red at this point in time. There are 2 reds and 2 yellows in the house, but red looks shot.
anything could happen with 3 rocks left to throw. Also 3 rocks left to throw on this sheet. So soon to be 3 rocks left to throw on sheet A. So all
Yeah,
these
okay.
all these ends going to be
Wrapping up at the same time, Ken.
yeah, well, unless somebody goes to extra ends, which is a very possibility.
Okay. All right.
So the first of Allison's rocks on
Sheet B.
sheet B. Josh is really trying to get this
Into the
house. Into,
Okay, it's.
they want to outcount the other red. It does not.
It does not. No. But it is at least in the house. So they only need 1 to tie, 2 to win.
So Johnsons are looking to draw in. They got lots of guards there, so if they can get to that center. But if they want to promote their own into the house,
I think that's what they're discussing.
let's take a look at the while they're thinking. I bet people want to see what what Sheets and Giggles look like on sheet A. So okay, things have changed.
Wow.
The rocks
Yeah.
have moved a lot since we last looked at them, but the answer is still the same, 2 red.
Yeah, and we just had a guard go up that this one actually, I believe, was intentional and effective.
Sorry. Good. Well, you know, good.
All right. Has a skip rock been thrown on C?
Yes, yeah, they're down to
One.
the first they said they do yes, one skip rock has been thrown.
Was the first one a guard?
All
All right, heavy lumber coming on A. Heavy lumber coming on A.
Oh.
Lots of guards going. One yellow trying to spill in. Topper doing a bunny hop as he tries to. Topper turning hopper.
Well, it's not counting and biting, but not counting. It did open things up.
Looking on B. She made it past those guards into the 8.
And on sheet C, a crash, and not going to help anybody.
That'll burn. That, from up here, I'd measure that, but they have a better view of down on the ice.
All right, so on sheet B, it looks like they were able to get one in there for red.
Yeah, it is.
Correct?
counting one red.
It's counting one. Now, if Allison were to be able to get through that port and hit and stick, she wins.
So it's down to the hammer on A and B. Is that no? A, it's just the last red rock on sheet A.
Correct.
In motion. So they just want to guard or get something else in the house? What are they trying to do here?
I would imagine this is a guard. I guess if they can just plug, they have 2 counting, they only need 1. And the one on the 4 foot.
Plug that hole perfectly.
Plug the hole, yeah.
All right, there's a deep conversation over on C because each team has 1 stone remaining. And Parental Army is up 7-5 over the Hurricanes. So the Hurricanes need 2 to tie, 3 to win. And it looks like right now Parental Army is shot rock.
All right.
So Sheets and Giggles fan Teresa says, "Come on, Dave, you don't want to come home yet. It's snowing here. It's snowing here. I presume that's in Buffalo."
Oh, hey. Well, I know it was snowing a little bit in south central Pennsylvania yesterday.
Right.
And when I went to leave here yesterday, oh, was it the day before?
Yeah, yesterday we got some. Yeah, I went out for a little walk and got snow pelleted.
Yes, it was a little bit of.
Last shot on B. Last shot.
In motion.
Allison looked like she kind of was drifting a little bit with her delivery, drifted back. Did she overcorrect? It needs to curl. It needs to curl. There are people in my way.
And
it's curling. Is it past the guards? It's past the guards.
I think so,
It
yes.
gets some of the
yes.
red.
Is it gonna?
Will it
yes.
stick around?
But will it stick? Will it stick? It did. Woo, my goodness. Good job. Stir Fry Kempchi does win 8-7. Wow.
Okay, that deserves a replay. Let's watch it come in again here.
Oh, absolutely.
There it comes.
Here it comes.
Beautiful finish.
Past the guards.
There it
rolls. Yay, Allison.
Beautiful shot from Allison. Okay.
Very nice.
So
Very nice.
get back here just in time for
our next. Our next hammer is going to be on A.
Okay.
They're still talking about. Let's see C.
See, this is
the last red.
Last red stone, but there's 1 yellow remaining.
I'm a little bit surprised by this because if it seems like if you could just take out the yellow that is second shot right now.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
Be done.
I can't look that way. Really, please.
I guess they're guarding their shot rock, which makes a bit of sense. Now we'll have to look at the overhead for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I guess that's effective, and they have shot. It's going to be awfully difficult to get to that. So,
okay.
I guess that's about the most reasonable thing.
All right, we're coming on to shot.
I just did a thumbs up to Jackie, and she rolled her eyes at me as if to say, "Phew."
I put sheet C over your head there, Bo, so you can watch that.
Okay, thanks. On sheet A, it appears our long deliberations are at an end, and this is going to be a crazy run back attempt. I say crazy, but it's what they have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't get much visitation.
Okay, and the discussion continues on sheet C as to strategy. The Hurricanes have all right, as the curling warriors, as we shall say, are getting greeted as they enter the warm room.
Up and the Dunhams are going to take the broom stacking table. Kids. All right, the long run back at 10 on A. Long run back at 10 on A. It's going to go wide.
No. Ooh.
No, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, we need one.
Red gets one. Old Bay Margaritas win 5-4.
All right, so our B event final will be Old Bay Margaritas versus Stir Fry Kempchi, the people who are coming in behind me.
Okay, we still have one more stone on sheet C, and they are still discussing.
We'll go ahead and show the picture. So, congratulations, Old Bay Margaritas, for making it into the finals. And
we have one rock left in this draw.
We'll show the Stir Fry Kempchi also making it into the finals.
Love that photo. Jackie, this is a fun photo of you.
Over on sheet D, quite a while ago, we had Jams making it into the finals.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Jams in the C event final.
To all those three, and back to our now feature sheet C.
Jams in the C event final against the opponent to be determined on this shot.
Let's look at
unless yellow scores 2. Triangle desperately looking at a way to get to the Reds. Applause for Old Bay Margaritas and for Sheets and Giggles on really a fascinating game.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Triangle still looking at this, and can't really blame him. This is quite a shot to look at.
I don't know if we hit this here. Can you get the overhead for the sheet?
We
sheet
can do that.
C.
Yes.
As you can see on C, it's one red.
It's one red, and they have to get in there. The best path to that red is blocked. The best 2 paths to that red are blocked.
Yeah.
The best 3 paths to that red are blocked. So they are the 4th best path to that is blocked. They are looking at the 5th best.
So that hence the long discussion.
Yes.
Indeed. Nope. All right, now Dave Zimmerman has
Dave Zimmerman from Jams is
joined
excitedly
us,
checking it out, trying to see who his opposition will be in the C event final. Also curls the triangle.
Oh,
so
okay.
Cool. Not too far away. That's about a 2.5 hour drive. 2 hours.
Okay.
Another 2.5 to
Durham.
Yeah. I make that drive a lot because I went to Duke. So.
I have a daughter who's at University of Lynchburg who has graduated and is now starting her master's program in University of Lynchburg because she wants to.
Hammer on the way. Last shot.
Here we go. Here we go. Ken, quick.
Must be that one, Noel.
Okay. Oh no.
I think this is
the end.
This is close. No.
Oh.
That actually not a bad effort at the double.
All right. So Parental Army does win 9-5 over the Hurricanes.
Well, that's 3 games that have come down to the last shot.
Last shot in the 8th end.
Yes, indeed.
Now 2 of them were very difficult. 2 of them, the degree of difficulty was rather intense, but.
So congratulations to the Parental Army now making it into the finals.
All right.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
So
wait, that's the team that ended up in 4th at the Olympic trials?
Dunham.
Oh, sorry. I just saw the T-shirt on the one gentleman.
Yeah. Wasn't the Dunham? It's only 2 of the 4 were on the Olympic trial team.
Right.
Okay.
And Dunham, for when you tune in at noon, and I'm sure you will.
Yes,
the difference in Dunham's games, they have not been runaways by any stretch of the imagination. The difference has been in most of their games, either Scott or Andy has thrown one shot that is something that a typical club curler would never dream of hitting. And people of their level can hit them. Other than that, those games have been fairly even. People who've played against them have really risen to the occasion.
Yes.
We'll see if that happens in our B event final at 12 when they are playing the was Columbus but now Potomac team, or now half Columbus and Potomac, the Broome Shooter Awakens. We'll see how many Broome Shooters they do before that game. They are our B event.
That's Bo.
Hi.
What do you know?
Yeah.
That's Janine's hand.
Wearing a ratty sweatshirt because I was trying to pick out my clothes quickly and my wife was asleep.
Get it straightened up here.
Just a T-shirt from Cody, Wyoming.
Right. So what happened here in this draw, we had on sheets A and B, we had the B event semifinals. Your winners are Stir Fry Kempchi from Potomac and the other team from Potomac, whose name I keep forgetting. Which team was that?
Old Bay Margaritas?
Old Bay Margaritas, that's right. So.
Well, they couldn't say they're from Potomac. They had a couple Potomac players on them.
Yes, they did.
Yes,
so,
partial.
And in our C event final, we will be seeing, why am I blanking on all the names? This is why I have
it's
my
backwards.
spreadsheet on.
I'm not.
Right. All right, we'll be having Parental Army from Portage.
Didn't know if you were trying to lean in or lean out.
I wasn't sure either.
Parental Army from Portage going against Jans from Curling Club of Virginia, which is in Richmond. Your D event final, which is basically the third place game, as the teams that finished first in their group but then lost in the semifinals yesterday. That will be Pedalpalooza from Potomac.
Wonderful.
Against Team Segovia, a really entertaining team from Houston.
Wonderful.
So please join us at 12. I'll be here. Janine will be here. Ariel Belk will be here.
Yes.
So
promise to have some good games going on.
Indeed.
All right. See you at 12. Animal says be there.
And we thank you for your support.
All right.